Pero 1 year pa ako dito. 1 year ako this May. Actually, May 1.
So, about the program po, what reproductive health services are currently being offered in the Barangay Health Mission?
Like I mentioned, included sa akin ang adolescent reproductive health, which is we focus about adolescents, the teenage. So we are focusing a lot of programs on teenage pregnancies, mental health, HIV, lahat ng programs ng adolescent reproductive. Then the male involvement in reproductive, discussing about the male involvement in terms of the reproductive. Then family planning, of course, is also included in the reproductive and the pre-marriage orientation. So we always discuss or include this reproductive discussion in terms of services. We offer like family planning methods, counseling, and what else? Of course, the group session, bench lectures, the gender and development program. So, nagbigay kami ng mga lectures in terms of reproductive. Ano siya ang mga focus.
Okay lang. So, what kind of training or resources are provided to help community health workers better educate people about reproductive health?
Mga trainings, like for example, sa adolescent reproductive, we have ADEP. So, matagal-tagal din siya na training kasi it takes time. Daan siya, adolescents, we have walang focus, which is we also part sa training is paano namin i-handle ang adolescent in terms of the reproductive. Kasi nag-aas yung mga adolescent natin na may confusion, especially yung mga nag-mens na, how they handle it. Tapos, if mag-start na ang mens nila, they can already reproduce. So, pwede na sila mabuntis at saka makabuntis. So, it's part of how we handle on, like the lectures, paano namin i-deliberate. So, yan, binibigay yan ng government. So, we have that kind of training. Then, the main involvement, we also undergo training on that sa government again. Sponsored by the government. And also, we have a partner like the PAPCOM, the Population Commission. Siguro, familiar kayo sa malapit sa SPMC, they are our partners. So, they also provided us trainings, madami pang trainings in terms of reproductive. So, family planning din, gina-focus din sa amin how we handle the counseling. And of course, ang mga commodities natin, services na ma-offer is from the Department of Health and the CHO, the City Health Office. So, funded siya. Binibigay sa atin ng libre sa community. How ba? Ang question? Yun.
Now, let's proceed with the roles of the community health workers. So, we'd like to ask what role do community health workers play in promoting reproductive health?
Yun, isa sa mga roles namin is to give the education sa community. Kasi nga, madami tayong mga constituents na may mga hindi pa din alam na we have the programs, we have the services that we offer. So that is why, since akin ang 10 barangay, I do scheduling lectures. So, magpatapos sa barangay, then I conduct lectures to give the education, to give the information. So, sabi, sa amin kasi is IEC material, the information education campaign. So, ginagawa namin yan siya every now and then. So, like kahapon, wala ako dito kasi I've been there 37 during sa immunization para mag-conduct ng family planning counseling. So, yan, binibigay naman natin ang services to the community.
Now, let's proceed with the service delivery and community involvement. So, na-mention niyo earlier na nag-provide po kayo ng mga family planning services po, right? So, what kind of mga contraceptive methods or family planning do you offer po?
Okay. So far, meron tayong mga family planning. We offer family planning, artificial and natural family planning method. So when we say natural, we have this kind of the calendar, the months, the cycle. We teach the community or the individual paano ang cycle nila, paano when could be their next menstruation. So tinuturuan namin sila the cycle. So meron tayong cytothermal, meron tayong for that natural family planning. So meron tayong basal body, i-check nila kung when sila fertile and when hindi. So that is part of the natural family planning. Then the artificial, we have this services we give pills. Two type of pills. We have POP and we call it progestin only pills. And we also have combined oral contraceptives, which is makikita nyo ang difference of the two. We have samples here para makikita nyo. This is the progestin and this is the combined. So as you can see, it's different. But same cycle siya. But ang difference lang niya is this one is binibigay namin sa mga nagpa-breastfeeding. Because this is not allowed to those who are having breastfeeding and basta mo siya ng milk production kasi may estradiol siya. So that is why we give the progestin only pills. So when natin siya binibigay, like for example, the client, if after delivery, they choose to, they don't like the natural family planning like we call it lactation amenorrhea method, yung nagpa-breastfeeding, exclusively breastfeeding from 0 to 6 months old, pwede sila mag-breastfeeding para hindi magbalik agad yung menstruation nila. So it could help also for the women na hindi agad-agad mabuntis because they are doing exclusively breastfeeding. But ang problem kasi sometimes, especially for those working mothers, dili nila concentrate ang lactation amenorrhea method, which is exclusively breastfeeding, somehow. But we continue teaching them naman with the purpose of after vaccination, we'll continue inform them that the importance of breastfeeding is important, but sometimes we do not know my muscle because as yung mga mother na if they are working mothers and dili po nila manage na magpa-breastfeed pa because sometimes dili pa siya talagang bata kung hindi nadala. So that is why they are using artificial method. So which is gina-introduce, gina-inform, hindi siya introduced. We all inform them the different types of family planning method, the side effects, sa inyong batiol, no? Like, pag mag-take the hormonal method kasi na yung mga possible side effect, like paglabad sa ulo, no? Then, pag medyo na magsakit ang inyong bebe, pag gabi na pag padulungin ng menstruation, then, minsan, na-adjure ka na, ang tawag niyan, mood swings. That is hormonal. So, kaya, we introduce them, especially those mga breastfeeding na kung gusto mo pills, this would be the fit, no? Kay POP siya, progestin only pills. But this one, hindi mo siya offer lang naman siya pag hindi nag-breastfeeding ng nanay. So, these are all available. And this one, the Depo, progestin. So, ina-inject namin yan siya every 3 months. So, pwede ba ang nag-postpartum years? 45 days ikat sa pagpanganak if they prefer to use the POP, they can use it. So actually we have short-term family planning, long-term and permanent. So for short-term naabot na condom, which is duha ang iyang protection nga ginahatag. Aside from dili magbuntis, of course, it could help also na ma-avoid sila for sexually infections, sexually transmitted infections. So apil na ang condom for the short-term. But the long-term, we have the how do we call it? Subdermal implant. Actually, wala akong sample but I will give you one. Good thing, nag-prepare ko no. So, tagaan ka mag-sample. So, ngayon siya, one siya si Depo. Inahatag ka natin siya. Why we call it long term? Kasi si Depo, si implant is for 3 years din siya. Hindi siya gina-insert no. So, i-open lang ako para makita niyo. So, kani siya, ginahatag na itong libre sa ato centers. So, we always have the schedule very monthly. Hinahatag siya monthly. So, pag nasa sa private, of course, di na nag-pay sila. But here, sa atong community, it's free. No? So, 3 years ang iyahang validity sa pag-use sa ato ang user. Tapos, ginatagaan na po sila ng schedule when they will come back here for the removal. So, it depends on them kung remove lang, tapos mag-change sila ng other methods, or remove, tapos reinsertion again. And it's free. So, isa siya sa mga long-term namin. Meron din isa, the IUD, actually wala akong sample. T-copper siya, no? Yung parang copper. I don't know kung familiar kayo with the IUD. Kaya siya ditawag na T kasi T dun yung forma. So, ginahatag na to na siya. Labi na tong ang choices nila is limiting the limit sa ilang mga anak. Dili sila gusto mag-anak ng taghan. So, most probably gusto nila long-term, no? Long-term na dili pa sila mag-anak. So, mas prefer nila yun kasi nga 12 years compared to this one. Kasi kani kasi is 3 years lang. Ato is 12 years. And we offer also BTL, bilateral tubal ligation, the permanent method. So, gina-screening na mo diri and then we refer them to SPMC. And from the screening, we have laboratory free here sa center. Then we refer it to SPMC. Isa is the vasectomy, no? Yung vasectomy, yung sa lalaki. No? Gina-refer, every last Friday of the month we have schedule. Pero dito sa Buhangin. I don't know kung familiar mo sa Isana Grand, likod lang siya. So, naalit to ato center. So, every last Friday of the month we conduct it, and it's free. And then, of course, parts of services is not a partner office na makatag o parang assistance for those na pa-BTL kasi those are permanent method, no? Di na sila magka-anak June. So, ang nila, ang ginabuhat is pag BTL sila o na bilateral tubal ligation or napasagpumi sila, gina-refer na to sila with the CSWGO para tagaan sila assistance sa days na hindi sila maka-work. So, it's assistance, bigyan sila ng assistance sa CSWGO. So, magbigyan lang sila ng certificate by agency. Yan siya.
Okay. Now that we know about the different services na in-offer niyo po, how do you usually encourage the people, especially the youth, on using these services?
Actually, sa team, we do not encourage. We just give information, no? Wala na nag-encourage sa ilahan na gamitan ni Night Snack, lalo na sa mga teens natin. But we do education for them that there is possibility na kung nag-engage ng all sexual activities, of course, the worst scenario there is mabuntis kayo, what will happen? So we will not they know some of the family planning methods, pero more kasi sa aming education is we were just informing them the possibilities of if mag-engage sila into sexual activities, what would happen? Ano mangyayari sa kanila? But for the adults, of course, we give them services.
How do you usually educate for it?
We do counseling. Aside from bench lecture, group lecture, kasi every time may immunization, I always there to prenatal. No? During prenatal, because we have scheduled Wednesday and Thursday immunization and prenatal. So, every Wednesday, kaya wala ako every Wednesday kasi I've been there sa place. So, nag-lecture ako. So, after lecture, if somebody wants to use the method, I always have time to do the one-on-one counseling. Yan ang ginagawa ng aming services. So, it's their choice. Ano ang gusto nilang gamitin. We just give them the information and it's up to them because when we talk about family planning method, it should be, they have their free will to choose kung anong gagawin nila. It's not, we will not impose. We just give information.
So, in this counseling sessions, what advice do you usually give to on how to protect themselves from sexually transmitted infections.
Of course, it's always part ng sa ato ang education campaign kasi na we are, of course, nagtataas ng case of the what do you call it, sexually transmitted infection, especially HIV, no? So, appeal na mo sa mga lecture on how to protect. Di dyan maiwasan, of course, use the method like the condoms kasi it's the safest. Kasi dili naman dyan hindi mo ka makasay na do that. But we always tell them that it's better to have abstinence. So, mas what is abstinence? At least, careful, di lang sa jud mag-engage into sex kung you are not sure. So, especially sa mga adolescent, we will always encourage them kasi nagabata ka nun ang cases na to, no? So far, nagabata siya. And siguro kung makita niyo yung mga data, you will know about it na nagtaas din ang cases po natin sa mga bata-bata na. So, dyan na mo sa ilang na kung nag-engage na mo, you should know all of this kay baka late na, no? So, gina-appeal din na mo ang lecture sa ilang HIV and all those sexually transmitted infections. So, yan na siya, pinainan din ako kung hindi siya din mo, and use condom kasi wala ko na makaprotect against, aside from abstinence. Yan na siya.
Okay, so let's proceed for the challenges. What are the biggest challenges in implementing reproductive health programs in underserved communities?
So, for this, ang mga tao mo nagka-educate na sila because of social media po, no? Social media campaigns. Kasi kami, we are not stuck by lecturing lang. We are also have education campaign through social media. But challenges lang din sa mo is sa MIRH, so may involvement, no? One of the challenge kasi is that dili used to it ang community na mas mag-engage ang lalaki compared the babae. So when in terms of istudan na reproductive, they should mag-gather ang mga lalaki. Although na naman bitay program karon sa barangay ng Mr. Guard, no, na nag-tawag niya, nag-involve na dito sa mga lalaki. Ano lang lang is paghatag nila time in terms of halimbawa mag-impose hindi siya impose, parang gusto ka magkanda, it should be kanang kuan ba, kailangan yun mo gamit ang ladder just to invite them, you know, ato sa barangay para if ever mo naana ilang sa tawag ana pag magkandak sila o Mr. Guard, we will be there. So, muna ang lisod. But, giving the information regarding reproductive challenges, so far wala. Kasi, dili naman siya din anak kalisod. Most of the mga constituents na mo, they are open-minded naman. Lalong-lalo na nakita po nila ang reality sa magagan ng anak na poverty, kalisod jud. Kasi kung dagan ka, ayaw tag-arnak, of course, di na ito maadan ang tanan, dili na ito ma-provide ang needs. So that is why ginabalik-balik lang jud na mo ang information drive, education drive, para jud maano sila, realize nila how important it is. But so far, hindi na jud lisod sa mga na mag-call pa kasi ang attention. They just mag-ato kasi center nila, kung need jud nila, they will go to talaga. Sa lalaki lang jud MIRH. Pero so far, since nag-involve mga kundi mga uniform personnel for now, at ang mga kapulisan, no, nag-help po sila in terms of relaying sa atong programs.
So with those challenges in mind, so what improvements or additional support would help strengthen your program?
Kato siya, lobbying jud. Para mas-strengthen na ko siya, I do lobbying for each barangays. Nag-involve ko ang mga barangay councils, functionaries, and then, of course, with the support of other government services na pwede na itong tap. Okay, for example, kasi tayo mga CSWDO, DSWD, mga pulis na ito, no? They do the activity. So sometimes, sa ilaha, nag-merge na sila ginagawa na activity. So, lobbying, mag-join ng, tawag yan, barangay sessions, Tapos, sit down talks, yung mga ganyan. Then, gina-offer na ko sa ilaha what would be the services that I can offer. Ano lang.
Lastly po, what message would you like to give to future young professionals about providing service?
Kana siya, so far, ako ma-advise lang, it should be, labi na sa mga kabataan karon mo, especially, it would be helpful sa ato ang mga kabataan po karon na mas matagaan pag nato sila for attention in giving education, labi na gid kay nagkadaghan ng ato ang teenage pregnancy, isa na sa amo ang gina-focus karon. Tapos, some peers manggod, dili maayo ang tawag niya, influence, no? So, dili na ito mag-guide na mga peers because we choose bad influence. So, what I can advise is that kung naaman mo yung na-learn, it should be shared to your peers in a good way. Natagaan dyan na to sila. At least, kung sa ato mga kahibalo mo, no? Like, sa inyo mga karon na nakadungog mo na unsa ang mga challenges in terms of adolescence management sa gawa labi na kanang sa masad ni no kay kasagaran mo mga teenage pregnancies dili makatiwas sa eskwela ang uban early na lang mag-menu dili makapadayon so I would ask na mga kabataan karon we should also focus sa needs sa mga peers na we will give them kung sa man jud ang pwede na itong mahatag as long as ka na makahelp sa ilang and especially po sa mental health yun, isa po na sa mga focus ng mga mental health kay kita mo suicidal no? Siguro na mag-good mo yung encounter I don't know so better i-emphasize sa ilahan na what life is tapos part kasi yun na sa challenge. So, hindi mo po pwede wala tayong challenges. And be a good peers sa inyong mga kapareha po. Usahay na makita mo kung sa ang influence sa ila, kung sa maka-impact sa ila. So, paano siya? Like, I should advise na ipadayon yun. Kung gusto man mo maging community service po o mag-serve mo sa community, do better na makahelp sa ato ang constitution o sa atong constituents. Kaya wala mo tayo mag-give. Wala tayo ka na labi na kamon sa mga bata kaya ka mo siya pag-asa ito lang siya ang advice
So, thank you for imparting your knowledge and for your time. That ends our interview.
I hope makahelp
That's why it was very helpful.
sige